All right, so I will say this. Grummz is getting a lot of hate, but I also say this, Juniper, it's not for the reasons you're thinking. So, like, Juniper, right, is saying, oh, because of the, talk about how, like, he's just moving people right wing. Um, No, it's because of three things, right? First off, obviously the fact that he's a scam artist who hasn't finished his game in 8 years, or I shouldn't even say game because it wasn't a game that he promised and failed to deliver for 8 years. It was a vertical slice demo, 6 months of work. That's really the issue. Also, I know because fun fact, June 16th, 616, right? I got a date for y'all if I have housing long enough to last. Turns out, that's kind of a little thing bigger there, right? So, as long as I keep my housing for long enough, I'm gonna make that tech demo, okay? And I'm gonna release it for free, right? In this economy, people need shit for free. You can't really be exploiting people right now. And that's really the second part, right? His devotion to Elon Musk, a fake gamer and ketamine addict who is basically going completely, hey, let's just fire all the government and then rebuild it from scratch instead of like doing a close observation, because companies do that. Now, the thing is, companies aren't providing like necessary services that people need to survive. Like the guy's like, that you don't provide anything I need, motherfucker. That's why you can do that, you know? If you provide, like, if this guy provided like water to everyone, right? So it's like, I just fired everyone who brings you all water, and over the next couple of months I'm going to bring them back. I'm like, okay, so you guys we got 2 months of no water? Like, that's really what it comes down to. They're saying, well, I do it all the time. Like, this is talking about essential services, motherfucker, not private goods and luxuries, right? That's why it works for you, because you're a luxury. If I don't have my luxury stuff for 2 months, I'm still okay, right? But my ability to survive, being cut off, or that's bad, right? Like, that's ultimately worse. Now, obviously, a lot of the Democrats have made it this way, right? That's why people are actually turning right-wing, but they're not turning pro-Elon. This is the thing. People are turning conservative, June, because of all the dumb shit you guys pull, and they're turning anti-Elon and anti-Trump because they're doing it in the exact opposite way. So it turns out people are more getting like center right, not far right, although they will troll and pretend to be far right to piss you off because you annoy the fuck out of them and you're pretty useless, right? The Western Kabuchi bullshit, right, is basically the H-Bomber guy bullshit. You want to know what the worst part, the best part of H-Bomber guy's videos are? The parts where he talks about the game, which is about 10 minutes, right? You know what the worst parts of every H-Bomber guy video are? The 7 hours and 50 minutes where he complains about how life isn't communist enough or whatever, or tries to say that communism is great or whatever, right? Those are the 7 hours and 50 minutes people don't watch of his video, right? So yes, he has 10 minutes of amazing video that he ruins with 7 fucking trillion years worth of bullshit commie simping, right? Because no one fucking likes communism. We know not to like communism because the communist is running the country. Elon Musk is like funded all directly, June, by the same people who are funding you, the CCP. Okay? And Trump and Grummz are getting funding from another commie enemy, the fucking Russia Today. So it turns out, yes, people are waking up to the realization that the grifter sphere and Elon Musk are full of shit.
as well as the fact that you are still full of shit. No one's he didn't wake us up that you were full of shit. You guys did. No, Grummz did nothing. That's ultimately the issue, right? With like Grummz taking credit all the time because he never did anything. Us gamers collectively did everything, right? Not just us gamers, but like just Americans in general, right? Did it. And we did it because, you guys made shitty fucking games and shitty fucking movies and all we're like, well, posh, we're better than you because we're communists while you're sitting in your millionaire fucking chair sipping fucking martinis all day. Yeah. So, you know what? We said, fuck you. Okay? And we went to another guy, right? Now, the other guy turned out to be shitty too. So we're hating him. We're still hating you, but we're also hating him, right? It's how it turns out, right? Because as it turns out, June, people can hate Grummz and still hate Onion Person, right? Okay? People don't like you because you're full of shit and you constantly simp for communism all day. Here's a question, Onion Person. Why are you burning down the cars of ordinary citizens when you should be pulling a bullet through Trump or Elon's heads, right? That would solve some issues, right? Burning someone's car or like slashing their tires or whatever, burning down their uncle's liquor store. Remember that BLM 2013, right? Yeah, they didn't. Remember, BLM didn't really accomplish anything in 2013. Now, did it? Turns out, bombing people's property that are ordinary people gets them to hate you. Now, when you burn down that CNN building, people started to like you a little better, right? It's called targeting. It's called targeted abuse, right? You target the people who abuse you, and leave the other people the fuck alone. Yeah, it turns out the people praised you a little bit when it was when it was actually police stations and the CNN buildings, right? When it was billionaires, the CNN headquarters, right? The billionaires and the police officers, people were a little more cheery at that moment, right? Only at that moment, but they were a little cheery. You got some likes there, and it's because, people. You complain about class war, in your heart, you're murdering the middle class. You're murdering the poor. Murder the rich. Motherfucker. That's why people like Luigi. Luigi's also conservative, by the way. I get to claim him. You get to claim that you simped for him. I get to claim him, motherfucker. Okay? Conservatives got Luigi. Okay? Why does Luigi get the conservative vote? Well, it's simple. The conservatives are all, like the poor people who are also conservative see that as, hey, he attacked a rich motherfucker for once. Right? Right? And it's the thing, right? Like the Trump sniper, right? Corey Caperton, right? People are like, Corey Caperton isn't fucking mad. No, fuck you, right? Now, yes, he was kind of made those jokes himself, sure. And yet they were shitty too. But you know what? Saying Corey Coppertone doesn't matter because it is stupid, right? Now, maybe obviously if he was a better shot, Corey Coppertone would be alive and Trump wouldn't be, so we wouldn't be in this mess, sure. But I think insulting someone in their family because they died, I don't know, it's pretty shitty to me, right? And that's ultimately the thing. And then of course, like Dev's like fence sitter Dev is like, well, I think that it's weird that we're not calling out the misinformation that like what was it? We're not calling out that misinformation that you're fucking Corey Coppertone dove to save his family. He actually just kind of like fell, and they made that up with their. No, they didn't make it up. Sure, it wasn't true, but telling the family that is retarded. Look, here's the thing: the family felt that the way was different, and telling them that to their face, Dev, is a shitty fucking move. Okay, look.
I'll be honest. There's a thing called optics. Truth doesn't really matter. It's optics, right? Bad optics ruin things. Truth can also sometimes facts and logic are. Here's the thing, right? Facts and logic don't really move people unless like there's not an emotional attachment to that thing, right? Ultimately, I'm not going to get anyone who's far into the Grummz hate is because he's right wing and not the Grummz hate is because of a scam. Right, because these fucking Western Kabuchi guys are fucking so far left they won't even call out the blatant pedophilia in their docs. Right, they found out that there was some actual bad shit on Mark Kern, and then the video they don't talk about any of it. Right, and it's in there, it's in the docs. Right, but they don't talk about any of it in the fucking video. And so, like, Grummz, goes, I don't know, FBI, like, yeah, obviously, that's stupid. It's not going to happen. Like, first off, these guys, most of them aren't even in America. Federal Bureau of Investigations, like, their entire jurisdiction is America. The guy who uploaded the video, he's Australian. Grummz, you can't call the FBI on someone who's from a foreign country unless they're engaging in terrorism, and even then, that would be the CIA's department, which the FBI would forward you to, right? Because, that's how it works, right? CIA is foreign affairs, right? Because it's a form of the Department of Homeland Security. FBI are like the federal police, right? So they're completely different fields, Grummz, okay? They don't have jurisdiction in foreign affairs. There are people who do. Also, you could probably sue them in Australia, right? Because, Australia, there's still some laws you could sue them over. But they would have to prove that the information was untrue. And unfortunately, more was true, but, like, these people are so incompetent, they don't even fucking read their own docs. Or at least not the juicy bits, right? Because the whole thing with, like, the Gudenomicon, it was saying they were covering another person. So in part 2, they're covering someone else, right? You're probably like, oh, well, he's turning people right wing. So it's not even going to be fucking Pirate Software, who is also a scam artist, right? It's probably going to be like, oh, Yellow Flash 2, where the court, like, dies. Yeah, people watch them because they're conservative. I get that. I already knew that. No one fucking cares about conservative or commie bullshit right now. People care about our lunch, motherfuckers. People only, like, care about the Grummz shit because he scammed his audience. No one fucking gives a flying fucking Rooney about Grummz being a gooner or conservative. No one does. Not me, not anyone. Right? Like legitimately, Western Kabuki. Learn what the fuck people are talking. Like, ask Hassan. You know what? That's the thing. That's why they hate Hassan. Hassan talks to regular people, right? So the anti-woke hate Hassan because he puts on a character and also, like, invited, like, some terrorists on his show. But he puts on a character that's, like, really high against them. And the terrorist thing, I don't know. Is there any way to know that he invited that person knowing they were a terrorist? I will say it's still a bad look either way, but I'll be honest. I need to, like, have confirmation that Hassan knew, right? Not anything more. But, like, we have all these boomers struggling with their Social Security benefits and stuff, right? And these guys are talking around like it's like, I'm owning the right wing, I'm owning the chuds. No one fucking cares about the chuds. We care about Elon Musk and Trump. The people in charge who are funded by the CCP, no one look, you got a solution to deal with Trump and them? There we go. Limit what they're doing or whatever, there we go. But if you're talking about, we made Grummz unhappy on Twitter and people don't like that anymore. Absolutely, people don't really like Grummz anymore. People don't really like Elon anymore. People don't like him because he stole from his fans. He's a scam artist, and he's simping for Elon, right? No, he's a scam artist. He's simping for Elon,
And the third reason, I actually didn't go over the third reason. I just realized that. I went too long on the second reason. So the third and final reason people don't like Grummz is the same reason they don't like Twitter artists. They're annoying. You guys are annoying, right? Like, ultimately, you guys harass people for whether it's using AI or taking a pose from someone or trying to help people learn to draw better because they have impossible beauty standards or whatever. Or, like, you just uglify someone's drawing and say, I fixed it for you. You're annoying, okay? People don't like you because you're an asshole. Same, right, with this other shit. People don't like Grummz because he's a fucking asshole. Doesn't shut the fuck up. So, we've got three things, right? He's a fucking asshole. He's an Elon simp when Elon is literally putting many people who voted for Donald Trump into poverty that they were never in before. And like, oh, I'm promising in a couple months you'll get better, and then like next month comes out, it's 3 months away now. And next month comes, oh, we're just 6 months away from completing the things, and then like, oh, if you just give me more power, I'll put it in, in 2 months, and then like 4 years go by, and we're all like fucking starving to death, and he's like, if you just vote for me another 4 years, I'll fix it for you, right? That's really what it comes down to. People are fucking going broke and starving over this, and so they don't really care about Mark Kern owning to fucking wokes right now. But you're not getting a dub here either, June. This isn't a woke rule thing, right? People still don't like Assassin's Creed Shadows. People still don't really play most of your bullshit. People still ain't gonna fucking like your videos and shit, right? People want Elon Musk and Trump to fucking fix shit instead of breaking shit. And so people who support a guy who's just breaking shit when their lives and livelihoods are at stake hate that guy. They'll hate the people who support him directly, and they'll hate him, right? Okay? They don't hate Grummz because he's conservative. They hate Grummz because he's a piece of fucking shit. There's a difference. Okay? People don't hate him because he's a gooner. People don't hate him because he ran a fucking porn site. Okay? People hate Grummz because he stole from his audience, because he's simping for a guy who's making them broke, and because he's just annoying. That's why people hate him. Okay? Got it? Capiche? Anyway, June, shut the fuck up.